All right, here we go. Wait for it. Hello, everybody.
It's our intro that needs to be replaced, but we're too lazy to replace it.
Too lazy, or we don't have the money to buy the producer. Yeah.
We'll get there though, guys. We'll get there.
But welcome to the Nickson and 8 podcast. We have a special guest today, someone who we've seen just light up the scene in Auckland City, whether it's through fitness, through music, or just being a handsome motherfucker.
Yes, the thirst traps of this man on Instagram.
Can't say that he's married. Welcome to the show, Willis Alatini.
Willis!
How are you, Docs?
Good. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
The founder of so many things, including Cobalt Gym.
Yeah. One of them part owner.
Do you have like a hot person only policy in that gym?
No. Anyone's welcome.
Okay, good. Because I was always like, oh, should I? Nah, I might be judged. But no, it looks like a good community there, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's what me and my wife have created. It's amazing. Kind of what we had the idea of working towards 4 years ago, and we're just grateful that we're there and we've got the community behind us and our workers too, who have bought into the community as well. So it's been an awesome journey, and I love it.
Man, say your wife's name, man.
My wife, Amber Alatini. Now let's go.
How long you guys been married now?
Oh, we just got married in the last year.
Oh,
so just married, but we've
man.
been together for 10 years, 11th year this year.
You got kids, eh?
One kid.
One kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
awesome.
little rascal, Rome Alatini. Turns 5 in probably like 20 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, school time.
Onto school, man. I was like, holy shit, we need another one, babe. Come on. Making me feel, what the heck?
Man, like we just want to go back, because like I said at the start, it's like you're sort of like thick in the middle of Auckland City with people like reaching out to you guys, wanting to like change their bodies, get them healthier. And I just seen, Nickson and I both seen like all the challenges that you guys have done, and I've seen some friends of mine go there whose bodies are crazy. Shout out to Chimes and Amma.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Those guys used to wear hoodies all the time.
What?
Now they don't even wear shirts these days.
One of those ones. That's the dream for us. That is the dream.
But that's been you, eh? Like if you go back to like high school and just after high school, you're a footy guy.
Yeah. So I grew up playing rugby. My uncle Peter obviously went into the All Blacks. My dad also, Sam, he played for Tonga, and also my papa. So grew up in a rugby family. Played rugby my whole life, and then switched into league a bit too. And then went to Mags, obviously because at the time, great rugby school, wanted to go there. So went to Mags for year 9, ended up getting expelled.
What'd you do?
Just a standard fighting, just an angry little Islander boy that had some issues back then. So got expelled from that in the year 9. And then just a bit of privilege because my dad and my uncle Peter went to King's. So ended up getting a rugby scholarship to King's College after getting expelled. So I was just grateful that happened.
Another good rugby school. Another great rugby school.
Good rugby school, great school, but we haven't done that well. We keep losing the grammar, man. Shit, that's the one game we want to win. It didn't happen in my time.
What was that like? Because I used to, look over the train tracks from La Salle, while I'm standing there at the Rosella shops going, I wonder what it's like over there at Kings.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was different, especially from where I came from. Like, I grew up in Otara. 148 was what we call it, East Tamaki Road. It's our family house. So grew up in Otara, all around that stuff. So then obviously an Islander boy. I'm half caste. My dad's Tongan and my mum's Palangi. So grateful that I'm half caste. And then so it's totally different. Went into Kings, and man, coming from Mags, from a public school, I guess, where you can wear whatever or anything. You go to the King's College, you got students telling you to pull your socks up, tuck your shirt in, and young Islander angry boy, these Palangis are telling me what to do. I'm looking, fuck off. Man.
I've been expelled once, so I'll get expelled again.
And I was on my last one there too, but yeah, like it was different.
What was it like for your the people you grew up around, like in Southside, in like Otara, seeing you go to Kings?
Yeah,
did the energy change towards you?
No. A little bit.
Just come to the public school here.
They always give me that little cheek, like, oh, Kings boy, they look at me like that. I'm like, fuck. I am Kingsboy, but man, you know, deep down I'm a South boy too. So, and I still get mocked about it these days. Like people who didn't know me back then, when I say that I went to Kings, they're like, "What the heck, you went to Kings?" So, used to get mocked, but
as a parent, like, you know, some of those decisions to sending your kids to school like that. I mean, you know, whether it's a scholarship or if you do have the finances to make it happen, it's not so much about the school, but like the network, eh?
Yeah, definitely. And the network, and just like I'm grateful I went there, because if I didn't go there, the path I was going down, I'd either be locked up or dead. Like, that's how bad I was getting. So what Kings had taught me was just that, you know, there are rules, there are processes you need to follow. And it taught me how to integrate and talk to other people, not islanders, to Palangis and you know, businessmen and stuff like that. So I'm grateful that I went there, because by the end of it, obviously I didn't notice this at the time. By the end of it, man, it taught me a lot. And I'm some grateful. Doors. Open heaps of doors. Yeah. And even just standing, like when I meet older people or whatever, just a way to present myself and to talk to them. Just like little things like that taught me so much, man. And I'm just grateful I went to that school, looking back now. But also, I'm grateful that the way I did it, like growing up obviously in the public school, going you know, to the normal schools, being a little bit naughty, all that kind of stuff, and then going on to Kings, I'm able to understand both sides. You know, being a naughty little shit who wants to fight onto that side, and then also understanding the other side as well. Yeah. Whereas
good perspective.
Yeah. Exactly. And if I went just all private school vibes, I wouldn't understand the other side, which I wouldn't want for me anyway. It doesn't work for me. So
I think that's awesome, because you know, you get to empathize with people, you know? Because some people who only come from one side will only know what they know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just like pointing fingers. But like you said, you know what they're going through, you know what they're going through. So I think that's what makes you a good people person, because that's what we see. You know, because when I'm scrolling sometimes, like, you're always fucking smiling. You know,
you're always happy. Always happy.
Like, it seems like there's no problem too big.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about energy, you know, like I'm a big thing. It's all in your head, man. Like, you know, if you're gonna tell yourself you're angry or sad or whatever, you're gonna be like that. So I'm always like, I want to make other people feel good in the room. I want to make other people feel happy. So one way to do it is just smile, like put a smile on my face, and hopefully it puts a smile on your face. So.
Has that been Willis for ages, or did you develop that? When did angry Willis that wanted to fight everyone and get expelled turn into happy Willis with great energy?
Man, probably not till I left school, to be honest.
Really?
I wasn't too bad in school, but I'll go back to why I was a little shit, why I got so much anger. It's because my dad ended up leaving me when I was 8 or 10. So he was a great dad, met his new wife, and then he was a real good, like, great father, and then just gave me the ultimatum saying, you know, you either got to live with your mum or live with me. So I was like, bro, fuck, you go off to England, go do that, you know, I'm going to live with my mum, my mummy's boy. So obviously from that just created this anger inside me, you know, and then anything...
That's pretty hard and heavy for for a dad to put on their 8-year-old.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, and it was on my birthday too. But
oh shit!
But just the like it was the wife, but still, I don't care if it was the wife. You're a weak cunt anyway. Like you don't let a girl do that to your own kid. You know, your firstborn. So, like, yeah, it was her fault, but still you're a weak cunt. But anyway,
I'm guessing that is that mended?
Yeah.
Nah. I haven't spoken to him. Probably last time I seen him, he turned up to Kings, and when I was like 16 or something. Yeah. Just came pick me up out of the blue. Then my mom was like, "What the fuck?" But obviously my family always talk about him like, well, the Alatinis, that's my Alatini side. Yeah. So obviously he is always around, but never. Yeah, he lives over in Perth with his wife and kids. So yeah, that I guess that's what created so much anger and issues for me when I was younger. And so obviously during school, like I created this real protective fella, you know, like anything to do with my people that I love or my mum and that. Fuck, if anyone just snapped, people that are real close to me, fuck, I'm just all in there, you know, like they don't talk anything about that, whatever. So that just created this little angry fella. And that was probably my problem as well with rugby, because I just lose it on the field, you know. Had all the talent in the world, but if just something happened, boom, sent off, you know, and it was just bad. So yeah, so that was kind of how I grew up. And then like I wasn't, I guess, going back to being a smiley, happy fella.
Can I just go back a bit?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
So when you're the angry fella, and like it sounds like that was a lot. You started drinking at that time?
Nah. So one thing I never drank and never did anything because I was so committed to my rugby.
Yeah.
Like I just saw like, man, if I drink or anything, that's just
Gonna amplify the anger.
Yeah,
that's jail time, man.
Especially when you start hitting those Cody's a day. Oh, man.
Not the Cody's.
Only 1 or 2 cans.
So you're going the angry fella to where you're at now, like that transition.
Yeah. So still, like, I haven't seen that fella in a minute. But yeah, so when moved over to Oz after school, I finished school, played rugby. But then I wanted to, obviously, I love the league. So I played a few games on league. And then obviously the best league is over in Oz. And just so happened that my partner, my wife, her family, her mum and her stepdad moved over to Australia probably 2 years before this time we moved over to start their own business over to Newcastle, which is a wholesale liquor. So I thought, fuck it, you know, why not? Let's just go over. I'll give league a crack over there. We got a house, got a job and stuff like that. Only child as well, I am. So I was like, oh yeah, sorry mum, we're gonna go. So after school finished, because I wasn't getting any like NZ schools or anything like that. So I was like, fuck, let's just go over there. So went over there and just went into the league side, and man, I love the league side, like especially over there. Man, how professional it is, semi-pro. Man, it's unreal. And the money you can make, holy, like, it's basically like Fox over here. Yeah. You're only training twice a week and they're playing one time on the weekend.
And you're still getting paid?
Man, I was making like $1,400 a week.
Oh, wow.
Just for that, on top of my job as well.
Oh, shit.
Like, it was just crazy. And I was probably one of the lowest players because I was lowest paid because I was a winger. So obviously the closer you get in, the more you get paid. But I was also playing for the richest club in Newcastle, which is Western Suburbs. But man, like, so that's what I guess helped us so much because I'll get paid at the end of the year. I'll just use that money and we'll just travel like every time. So we lived over there for 7 years. So I did that for 7 years and it was unreal, man. It just opened opportunities. The opportunities we got from Australia. Also working for your in-laws, like, man, golden child, so I could do whatever I want. You know, getting paid, mean.
What's for me, like, you know, it's probably the same guys that we know. And the issue with playing footy over there and kind of leading into pro is they're partying.
Oh, man.
But this guy wasn't drinking.
No. But like the guys around, like, you know.
After school, I was drinking.
Oh,
after school, man, I was all learning after school. I was just in school.
catching up on all that lost time.
Yeah. Still catching up now, too.
So, what were you going to say before?
No, I was just saying, have you seen any guys that, like, I mean, we always hear about it, but the guys that, you know, would have been in first grade today, like, injuries aside, not injuries, but just like the partying that cost them their career.
Heaps. Like, there's like the talent over there is crazy. Like, it's just like there's so many people that you look at it straight away, you're like, man, you should be playing. You know, and they're already probably gone through their stages already. They're like 30, 40 and still like smashing it. You know, and I hear so many stories about them too. Like, if that dude just put his head down, I would have cracked it.
It was Western Suburbs like the feeder club for the Knights?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they own the Knights now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they bought the Knights. I left 4 years ago, so they bought the Knights like 2 years before I left. So yeah, they're basically the feeder club now. But basically is the feeder club.
It's funny because you're talking about NZ schools before, which kind of was a catalyst for you to make that decision to move over to Oz. But the funny thing, when you look at it, like these days, the guys that are NZ schools, they don't naturally progress to the top. They kind of filter away. And then, did you not think to, like, maybe I'll just hold off a bit?
Nah, not really, because like after school, my head was already set on league. And then I was just, Australia's an unreal league, so I went over there. And also a big thing was that taught me when I was over there, my father-in-law, obviously he owns the business. Man, the mindset that he acted like my manager over there. But the stuff that I learned off him, that I didn't realize I was learning off him at the time, like just the business side of stuff, the way to think. And what I loved about, I guess, what he was teaching me is obviously in rugby and league, in that you're not really in control of your future, really. You know, like you're relying on the scouts, on the coaches to say yes or no. And all it takes is that one coach to say no, and then, like, you know,
screws you up.
Yeah, that's you. That's either you making it or not making it. And I hated that. Like, I hate all that politics stuff. So
that would have been like a lot of kissing ass saying.
Yeah, but and I hate kissing. Now, there's no way I'm kissing anyone's ass, you know. So, and And there was a bit of that as well at Western Suburbs because it's always the older fellas, you know, they like to stay in control, especially when the new generation is coming in. Man, they need to have a foot on something, eh? So that's one thing I hated, and why I guess I turned towards, because I could have went 20s and cup and stuff like that, but I just love the fact that I can make me money in semi-pro, but then also I'm in control of my own future, you know, and I guess this is where Cobalt came along, because at the end of the day, I can decide where my future is going to go. I'm not relying on someone to say yes or no if I'm going to play league or rugby to decide where I'm going to go in my future. So
it's very clever, man.
It's also very rare, because most of the time, guys don't get to make that decision.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they got no backup plan, you know? And then once footy finishes...
Yeah, and that was kind of that was like me too, but that's credit to my father-in-law. When I went over to Oz, he taught me all the stuff. Like these are just like hours of chats every dinner at the dinner table after dinner. We sitting there for hours just chatting, man, and obviously me not realizing it at the time, but it's just instilled in me and the stuff that he taught me and wanted to look into, and credit to him. It just got me
good life skills, eh?
Yeah.
It's buzzy to me, because like I see what you do now, like, man, you love your kid, you love your wife, you love what you guys have.
You travel.
You man, know how to drive a fucking boat. Like I saw you reverse a trailer, and I was, I'm like, God damn, this guy can fix things. He can like be a carpenter if he wanted. Like,
he's muscly, good looking dude.
Like those skills, where do those skills come from?
Yeah.
Like knowing that your old man wasn't there.
I taught myself, like say, I learned how to drive a truck in there over in Australia. Got my truck license, forklift license. Just taught myself, and I always loved hands-on stuff. And maybe I don't know. Actually, maybe it might have come from my mum's side, Balangi side. My uncle, I always used to go up north, Whangarei. So I used to go up north and stay with my uncle and my grandparents. So my uncle is a very well-off farmer. He's got like 5 farms. So I used to go to his house every 2 weeks, and I was like his right-hand man. Taught me how to milk cows. Taught me how to drive a manual at like 10 years old. He taught me how to back a trailer. He just told me, get in the seat. And so there's a cattle ranch. So we load the cows into a trailer. So it's like a little gate. They're all in this pin, and then there's this little ramp like this. But you have to back up a trailer, and obviously there's a door on the trailer. You have to line it up with that little alleyway thing. And he just told me one day, just go jump in there, back it up. I was like, what the He said, yeah. Man, he just didn't let me out until I backed it up.
Wow.
And so, because you got to line up perfect. So he chucked me in, boom, and I just learned from there. And then I guess ever since there, because he used to let me drive whatever too, tractors.
It must be nice to have supportive family.
Oh, it's unreal. I loved it. And I guess people don't really notice about me is that all the stuff that I do. Man, I'm a white boy as well. Like I love milking cows. I love going hunting. I used to do all that stuff. That's what I grew up doing. Credit to my uncle up there and my grandparents too. That's how I know how to fish, drive boats, because they used to live on the water as well. So I go fishing with them every weekend and so
that's me, because you can pass that on to your son too.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's what I loved, because I didn't have a dad, but I had all these uncles around me to teach me, and my grandparents to teach me all the stuff, which I'm grateful for.
That village, because
it takes a village to bring someone up. So, but that's what I want to do to my kids is teach them all the stuff that I know, because I'm grateful that I can do this. Like I love doing it. And I look at my mates now, and they don't really know how to do stuff, and I'm happy to teach them. But I understand, like, not everyone is as grateful or as lucky as me to be able to learn this stuff. So the way I guess I've been brought up is I've just been lucky, man.
At the same time, that's there for some people. They just don't take it. It sounds like you're taking it,
Yeah. I guess because I love it too. Not everyone loves it. So, and I understand that too. So, I mean, it's hard to do something that you don't love.
Yeah. Have you got that mentality of like, I've got nothing to lose, so I might as well just give it a crack?
Yeah. And also, like, when you don't have money too, I just learn how to build my own shit. Like, I built a trailer and I was like, when you're low on cash and you can't just go and pay someone to do it, you just YouTube it, learn yourself.
Oh, not the home welder.
Yeah, straight up. And some of those welds.
I was just trying to figure out your timeline before, of you leaving Kings and then going to Oz, and then obviously, your in-laws looking after you and that. How long have you been with Amber now?
So this will be our 11th year now.
11th year.
I met her when I was 17.
Oh, wow. What school did she go to?
She went to Avondale, so she's 1 year older than me. So she already graduated when I met her.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, well, how the love story start? Hey,
Talk to us about the love story.
Hey, can we dim the lights?
Play some Barry White. Yeah.
Fuck, what a story, man.
Yeah.
So,
How does a King's boy meet an Avondale girl?
Yeah. So I actually found her on Instagram. I just
Fuck, you're young.
We
never had this.
We never had
Sorry.
This is when I just started. It was like the 50 likes or something like that. And so I met her. I found her on Instagram, and I actually didn't think she was from New Zealand because she was fucking. I thought she was that hot. And then
Say to New Zealand girls.
Hey, she didn't look. Yeah, come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say.
To the New Zealand girls.
I love that. That's the passion for his wife.
So funny, I just found it, and then so my cousin Peter's daughter, who's basically my sister, I showed her Amber. I was like, fuck, well, look at this chick. I actually showed my mum too. Showed everyone. Fuck, look at this chick. Fuck, she's hot. She's like, oh man. Yeah. And then like probably a couple of weeks later, she goes, fuck, guess who I met? So it's like Amber. I was like, fuck off. Where? At Hitch. I don't know if he's been Hitch.
Yeah, we've got stories from Hitch.
Shout out DJ 9.
So
Fort Lane.
so she met her there, but and they just ended up being best friends, like that. And then so my uncle Alan Sonkin.
Hey, New Flavor Barbers.
New Flavor Barbers.
Legendary.
He's a legend.
Legendary.
My other father who basically brought me up too. So I got all these father figures. Anyway, he used to run. I don't know if you've been. You used to go to LTD parties.
Oh,
Did you
yes.
ever hear that?
He did.
So we had the sunset.
Living the dream.
Yes, that one. So he was running a Sunday sesh LTD party over at Sunset, Eastern Beach, and then Tini goes, "Oh, I'll bring Amber." I was like, "Oh, yeah, bring it." She told her before, "Oh, hey, my cousin thinks you're cute," and she showed Amber me. "Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's gonna be there." Blah blah blah. So she just pulled up. Fuck, me and my mate there were just standing like little kids. Nice to meet you. Walks in. Anyway, shy as hell, had no chat. Me whatsoever. She'll come sit down, try to talk to me. Nah, just mate, one word. And then got to the end of the night. And then, because I never drank. Again, never drank, you know. So I was like, oh, you drive mum and dad home. Never drank. And then Tanika wanted to take one of my mates home. So I said, oh, yeah, you wanna take him home? And you got to bring Amber. Well, we all went home together. And then from that night, we're here now.
Oh, stay blessed.
Yeah. So,
Is that guy the same guy that Tanika's with now?
nah.
One relationship survived.
Anyone is still here.
Hey, everyone has a past.
Yes,
Everyone.
that's it. Exactly right. Unfortunately. Man. That's how I met her. And then
The rest is history.
the rest is history. So she actually moved to Australia 2 months after that. We weren't going out or anything because she knew she was going to move to be with her parents and study over there. And then we did this is when she realised that she actually loved me. So we started going out, did long distance for 6 months. Then she moved back because we couldn't handle it. Moved back and did a makeup course while I finished school. Then stayed for another 6 months or whatever it was. And then once I finished, boom.
Straight to
that's
Oz.
when we moved. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And then just lived with her from then. And yeah.
And then, so is the reason you came back to New Zealand because you were just over like the footy and just
Nah.
didn't want to Kasas anymore?
We were there for 7 years.
Well, that's a decent run, man.
Yeah, I didn't actually feel that long either. But we were there for 7 years. But now when we had Rome, our son, he was, when we have him 2019 or 20? He's 25, 2019. The only family we had over there was obviously her mum and her stepdad.
Yeah.
Everyone else was back here. And being from an islander family, like you always want to be around your family.
Yeah, around your family.
So we had the idea of wanting to move back. So it was one we moved back, but we weren't going to move back unless we created something.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to move back and work 9 to 5 because the money over there is too good.
Yeah.
So when Amber was working in the fitness industry, we knew this. We came across this gym called Air Locker, which is an amazing brand. So what it is, basically a altitude chamber training inside the altitude chamber. So you're training basically at altitude.
Yeah.
At like 5,000 meters or whatever. Doing the exact same thing that we'll do like a F45 class or whatever. So
That's to get the lungs and your
so
endurance.
you actually don't have to work as hard.
Yeah.
But you're still getting the benefits of working as hard. So yeah, came across this thing, air locker, and it just started it in Newcastle, and then we thought, this would be a amazing brand to bring over to New Zealand. So we started getting in chats and we were going to be the main franchisee. Is that what you call it? Over in New Zealand. So we had the New Zealand rights and stuff, which was mean, but then the money he was asking for, man, there's no way we could come up with it. And then that's when we started basically thinking about, why don't we just do our own thing?
Did F45 or BFT ever cross your mind?
No.
Oh, okay.
because we had this, like we knew the market in Australia, fitness industry anyway, is way ahead of New Zealand. And obviously F45, it's good because we work there, whatever, but just some of the exercises that they do, man, it's just ridiculous, It's going to injure yourself, and that's not what we're about. But we also wanted to create this thing where, because everyone wants to look good. We come to the gym to look good. So to look good, we need a bit of cardio, but we also need to do weights and strength work and stuff like that. So that's where we came up with I guess, the programs that are behind Cobalt is we'll do it in a group form, because one thing people don't want to think that we're all lazy. I'm lazy as well. We just want to turn up to a gym, boom, get a good workout in, look good by the end of whatever it is, Yeah. So that's where we wanted to do weights, because we're all big about weight training, but in a circuit type. So that's where we came with the brand, and we thought, fuck it, we'll just do our own thing. So we looked for a place over here, and at the time this was COVID.
That was like the shittiest time to.
Oh man, so but it was a blessing in disguise, because all these gyms were shutting down in Australia. So what did we do? We were going to all these auctions and buying all the equipment from all these gyms.
Oh, good.
Over in Australia. So we used all our wedding savings basically, because we were going to get married, but fuck it, we'll do this. So used all that, bought all this equipment from all these gyms that were shutting down, put it in a container, and then moved over. Obviously we couldn't fly back and forth, so we had to get one of our mates over here to basically find us a space for the gym, and then we just created and moved over and went all in.
You make it sound so easy, but I mean, like, was it like a process of like trying to figure out if this was the right decision or not? Because for some people wanting to start a business, it was like, oh man, but it's gonna be hard and all that sort of stuff.
Definitely, like it always crosses your mind. But that's where me and my wife, she's a go-getter, man. She just goes, and I'm one of these people. I am like that, but I'm also like, I'll back you, whatever. If it doesn't work, what do we got to lose? Yeah. And we knew we were just so confident within ourselves and within the model that we had created that this is gonna pull off. So as long as if you can back yourself 100%, what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
So.
And I love that you were in it together. Yeah. It was both your passions to follow through and create a business that. Yeah. And like Cobalt now, like it's a brand, people know it.
Yeah, and we're grateful for that. But yeah, I mean, it's not easy working with your partner too. Like it has its times.
Yeah. But who's the hardest? Would she say you're the hardest, and you would say she's the hardest?
I don't know, man.
You're safe here, man.
It's okay, man.
I mean, it's about I don't know. I've got to a stage like I just do stuff. Like she's the brains behind it. So now like we're at a stage, it works now. But early stages, man, it's hard because your relationship does change as well.
Because you're now business partners.
You're now business partners as well, and the way she is, she can't. Whereas me, I can leave work and boom, it's out of my mind. I'm thinking about other stuff. Whereas she's that entrepreneur mind. She does not stop thinking, and it annoys me as well, because I'm like, fucking, like, you're not present sometimes,
Yeah.
But she just can't drop it. But I mean, that's what it is to guess, like, run your own business sometimes too. So
yeah,
you'd rather be on the ball than off the ball.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
You come back, you get this location. When do you pull the trigger to get a big one? Because it's another gamble.
Yeah. I guess it was so we were there for 2 years, and the lease was obviously coming up, and then we just had no space.
Why? Because of the members were growing?
Yeah, just too many people. Like, we could only have max 26, 28 people per class. Sometimes 30 or 40 if we went outside.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do outside every time. But yeah, we just had no space. We just ran out of space. So, and
do you guys this is gonna sound like a weird question, But do you guys have access to each other's bank accounts? Like,
so we've had one bank account since day one.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. So over in Australia, because I think we read this book, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, so we've had joint accounts for probably 2 years in my relationship.
Yeah. No, I was just watching this doco on like couples that are entrepreneurs but also together, like sort of thing. And they're like, oh, no, I have to protect what I have. You have to protect what you have.
Now, that's not
sometimes
how
it gets a little bit like that, you know. But if I get under the table, no, I got nothing, babe. I got nothing.
Yeah, honest. Check my pockets.
I promise. But now we've had same bank accounts from day one.
Yeah.
You don't have to say any names, but you know when you own a business that's on a membership subscription, right? And you obviously have a lot of people that want to come and support you, a lot of friends, right? Like, do you ever have to like tap them on the shoulder, go, "Hey, your payment bounced"? Like,
No, I don't now because I got workers for that.
oh, okay. It's like awkward, eh? So I see you on Instagram posting all these flash things.
And,
bro, your payment bounced.
And like that's a hard thing, like, because I'm one of those guys that will go out and I'll shout everything in there, like because I don't want people to miss out. So it's hard for me to do that. But then it pisses me off when I see them on Instagram going, buy this, oh, fucking no, man. You
Pay your bills.
You can't pay $40. Fucking no. But yeah, it does get awkward. I'm grateful that I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. So what's the deal? So have you got a bigger space now to get more people?
Yeah. So after 2 years, we found just up the road, a basically triple its size.
Oh yeah, nice.
And we were grateful. Mum helped us out with that too. We were just lucky with that because they ended up selling their house. It just worked out. They sold their house and bought another house. So they had a bit of money there, so we didn't have to get a loan or anything.
Nice.
From the bank. So they just gave us a loan. And yeah, we were able to open up a new space, and then basically triple it.
Wow.
So it's been pretty cool.
That's awesome.
One of the underlining themes in this whole chat is how important it is to have family that has good credit as well as good credit yourself.
100%.
Yeah, and who knows people that can get you into Kings.
Hey, family, man, they're amazing.
Where do you see the, like, because you're an entrepreneur, your wife's an entrepreneur, and you always have like, once you're at a spot, you've already got your eye on something else. What's the next big move? Even if you don't want to share it, that's all good.
Yeah. I think we've been back and forth. Whether we open up another spot or because we got online as well. So and after COVID, because we went massive online, we got an online training app on there, and during COVID, man, like that just taught us online's the game. Like when the fact that these things didn't stop us from going into our own homes or whatever, but you got online there, and the money we made online with low expenses. Like that's the game. That's the dream, to be able to travel and get paid or whatever. So we keep going back and forth with this idea. But I think the next thing would be probably to get always have one hub, like the HQ basically. So probably upgrade and get another bigger space if we can, and afford it. Like it would be amazing to be able to have recovery stuff in there. Class where we run Cobalt classes, then we'll have yoga, because we do yoga and that now and then too, and then have a proper gym as well.
Oh yeah, like I said, the full ecosystem.
Full everything in there, and then just go hard on online with our clothing as well. And just smash all those other things, just multiple streams of income, man. That's the goal.
That's it.
But just to have, like, I think it's good that we have our hub because people like to touch you. I'm a person who likes to touch things. So if you're doing an online program, Cobalt or whatever, but the fact that you can go to the gym sometimes too and see it itself, I think that's a pretty cool thing to be able to do.
Yeah, man.
As an architect of great bodies.
Yes.
When you look at Nickson, like, because we've been having this chat for ages.
No.
What can we do? What can we do in 3 months?
Just
get on. Stand up.
You got good body shables. I think we just get on the roads and we'll be sweet.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying.
Willis obviously didn't see when we were talking to Nova. Bro, I tried, man.
Yeah, he got the wrong ones.
Yeah, I got the wrong ones.
Get the decreased ones. You get the true.
I think they just injected bleach, to be honest.
Nah, just this. Wait, you're nice and thin already.
Nah, it's 2 ladles. You already.
Yeah, bro, the damage is already done. Yeah. Okay, what about Nate? 3 months. What can we do?
What do you want to do?
Get the fuck out. No. Hey, fuck, man, I lost my train of thought now.
Balance is key.
Yeah. I was heading somewhere with this chat. Oh, yeah, that's it. Because, like, you're handsome, right? No. Because I think one of, like, what my talent is? Is that, like, I know where I sit. Some guys are delusional, they'll walk into a place thinking they're all damn like, oh, in the mirror. In the mirror. But you know, like
self-aware.
Yeah.
They're not
I'm
self-aware.
Yeah,
like-
definitely.
Like when did you realize? Like, you know, when did it hit you? Like, shit, man, I think I might be handsome.
Well, with no chat, he won over Amber.
Yeah, that was it. When I got Amber, man, I was like, yeah,
No,
I'm handsome, baby.
Hey, let's wind it back. I was actually disappointed in that story because you said to your cousin, "Can you go introduce me?"
Well, because my chat was awful, eh? Like I had no chat, man. But he's still asking the question, when did I find?
When did you realize you were handsome?
Fuck, maybe when I had 2 girlfriends at one time or something. Nah.
I won't ask when the date was.
No, we appreciate you, Willis, man. Honestly, admired the journey, and a lot of people speak so highly of you, man. You've got an incredible story, bro. Incredible.
I appreciate it.
It's a good hustle, man. And it looks like you're still motivated to keep on winning, man.
Yeah, man, I love what I do.
Yeah.
Like I'm grateful that I'm able to. I'm at a stage where I can basically do what I want. Like I can go fishing in there when I want, and because I got a perfect team that that backs us 100%, and it's got us. So I'm just grateful to do what I love, man. I wake up early and that, but I love going and motivating people and
having a bit of purpose.
Yeah, and just like I thought rugby was it for me. Like, but then, man, when I got into this industry, like I found out that this is it. Like I love seeing people smile, and when you've seen them, especially when they first come into the gym and they've been there for 6-7 months. I mean, you look at Amma. You see, Amma. Look at what he's done within. But he hasn't even been there for 2 years nearly, and the person that he has become. Not even just the body. It's not about it's great. The body will come, but the person that people become. The real them, the happiness you see, the confidence that comes out of what we do, and that's what it's about. Like I love it, man, and you just seeing the confidence when they're walking around the room and how smiley they are, and these are people that walk in the door and wouldn't talk to anyone. And just seeing that over the time that they're there, that's what it's about.
Good for the body and the mind.
Yeah, it's all of it.
Is there any part of you though that wishes that rugby continued or league had continued?
I mean, not really, to be honest. Like I look at it now, like you look at all these All Blacks and stuff. Like it would be nice just to be able to play and have all this money and
Their
just to
money's
get
short
paid.
though, man.
Yeah,
Their money's short though.
I'd be overseas 100% getting their money over there, but not really. Yeah, like it's
It all worked out.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Like I'm
worked
grateful where I am now. Like
Yeah.
I can just keep building it too. Like it's
Yeah.
I love what I do.
We appreciate you coming in, Docs. I know we'll catch up again soon, just to see how everyone's transformation goes with business. Nickson's transformation.
Second attempt steroids.
You just need to come into Cobalt Club. I got you. That's us. Both of you, actually.
Yeah.
All good. Willis, thank you so much, man. You're a good man.
Nah, I
Thanks,
appreciate
bro.
it. Thank you very much.